everybody. Ugh. Hello, everybody. Hold on. Oh. What's up? What's up? Merry Christmas, Merry Slothmas, Merry Crenmas, Merry Happy Wintervale. There's probably some others in there. Well, let me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright. What's up? What's up?
Thanks.
Annuin with the 83 months. Greetings, nerds. Well, for Christmas, I gave the Kren Sloth I bought when the campaign was out to my toddler nephew. I think he likes it so far. Hell yeah, dude. Nice. For all he knows, it's just a random sloth plushie. Thank you for the 83 months. That's what the 81, 2, 3. Swing. They have 83 months. How deflating was your family visits? It wasn't too bad, actually. It's been worse before. I did need some time to recover. It's also part of the reason I'm doing a Warhammer stream tonight. Nice and chill. But yeah, it was pretty alright. You know, nothing bad, nothing crazy happens, so that's pretty good. It's about all you can ask for. Well, do I got any... I don't even know what paints I have. Oh, okay, I got that one. How was everybody's Christmas in here? Is it good? Oh. I've been not streaming, as you might have seen, outside of my fireplace stream. I've essentially took a holiday break. Also because Toaster Woman's mom is visiting. So that's the other part. And then one night we did the WoW raid and nobody streamed, we were just chilling. And then I was like, you know what? I might as well just kind of chill out until after Christmas. But tonight, I was just feeling like... I was feeling like a good chill Warhammer stream, you know what I mean? I wanted to do some painting anyway. So yeah. Boom, 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 bop, 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 bop. Sorry your boss is making you work on Christmas? Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do except, you know, help with the Twitch primes and bits and the cold environment out here. Apartment's water broke, heater, heater worked with water sitting next to a fire in a 50-degree apartment. Mamma mia. Yeah, at least you got electricity, that's good. That's good. Today, it's actually be pretty fitting. I'm gonna be painting some ice goats. This is what I've been working on. Check out my, my stuff. So here's my herd stone I've been painting. I think it's progressed pretty nicely. The whole herd stone. This is one of my goats. He looks kind of like a White Walker. It's like a White Walker goat. And then here's my Gorgon. who's been my, project I've essentially been working on recently. And, I don't like his tail. I'm gonna end up changing his tail. It's a little too bright, but everything else, is progressing. It's coming along. Pretty happy with it so far. So my whole thing is I'm doing winter-themed goats.
Thanks.
Looking pretty good. I'm just getting in the paint of 40K. Hope to get good sometime. Yeah, I mean, everybody when they first start out is not great. That doesn't mean you're bad, but it means, obviously you're going to get better as time goes on, right? Like, if you start at like a C tier painting, you're gonna progress past that at some point. And then if you start at like F tier painting, you're still gonna progress up to like, a D or a C or who knows, But it's not like you're trying to win awards, you're just trying to have fun and get better. It is fun. I love it. Also, Nerd Lounge with the 1 year. Oh my god, the Christmas Nerd Year. Put some Crendor Nerd Cyphers, Wowies, Mommies, pop-ups in the chat for Nerd Lounge. 1 year. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sweet. 1 year. You say your Blood Bowl 2 video is still a good primer for that game, or has it changed much? It hasn't really changed. It's exactly the same. I don't know about Blood Bowl 3. I'm gonna probably have to do a bit of a new one, but I mean the base rules of the game are essentially the same. It's just some stuff has changed. Except passing. I think passing is a little different, but still. FSL Taylor, 53 months. Thank you for the 53 months. They're the 53 months.
Thanks.
I might do some more goat experimentation. Hurricane Deetka at the 10 months. They were the 10 months Hurricane Deetka. 79, 10. Swag. They were the 10 months. I'm trying to, usually I like to experiment on these guys, because if you mess up, it's like whatever, right? It's a gore, or a bestigore, or whatever gore. But if you mess up on like this guy, you're like, alright, I gotta go back and do all this again and everything, but... so, because the Beasts of Chaos are getting a new battle tome, very soon, like probably in January, probably end of January or something, I'm very excited to play my Beasts of Chaos, and so because I did Hot Rat Summer, which is when the Skaven book came out, I did all the Skaven, I went Skaven crazy, now I'm doing Cold Goat Winter. And so I decided, I actually wanted to do this for a while, and it just lined up perfectly because they're battle tome. I wanted to do Ice Goats, and so
Thanks.
I am doing Ice Goats, and I think it's fun, because normally, you do your like basic thing, like I'm gonna paint what they look like in the game or on the box or whatever, but I'm like, yo, let's like go crazy. Let's do like Ice Goats, you know what I mean? Just mix it up, do some theming, and it's been really fun to do. I've enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Vol'jin Dalar at the 79, it's Christmas, can I have my claps as ho-ho-hos? Sure. Ho 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 ho. It does sound like a sound clip. Gone Link Dead 69 months. Nice. Put some nices in the chat for Gone Link Dead. Sweet. Thank you for the nice months. Hold on, I gotta get some more goats over here. Hold on. And there's a box. Let's see, which goats I want to paint here. Here's a goat with a banner. Here's a goat. With an axe. Here's a goat. With a sword and a thing. Here's another goat. Here's a Ungor Raider. Here's a Ungor with his arm missing. Here's an Ungor or a Bestigor with some wobbly arm action. That's gonna need some gluing. I'll put him to the side actually. Another goat. Bradley, 43 months, Merry Christmas. Have you ever done the weather report for either the North Pole or northernmost city town in the world on Cox and Crendor? I feel like we have in 10 years, but I also don't know. I'd put it, I think there's like an 80% chance we did. What? 79? I think I went over. Suck one back. I think of the 43 months. Let's see what do we got here. This looks like a gore with a banner. Okay. More Bestigors. More Bestigors. I mean, I've got a lot of Bestigors here, is the thing. There's a Bestigor with a horn, Bestigor with an axe, Bestigor with a Bestigor. They're hooked together. Yeah. Yeah. Ain't. Oh, there it goes. How many is this? That's 5. Okay. And then 10. Okay, this is a full unit of Bestigors. So that's good. This is a gore. These are Ungors. Shitty Ungors. I have played Warcry. It's pretty fun. I enjoy Warcry. I also like Underworld. Underworld's pretty fun. Gore. Gore. That's best gore. Wait, damn. What we got? Ungor. 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 Honestly, I might experiment on the Ungors. They're just Ungors, you know? They're trash. It's a gore. Ungor. Ungor. So that's 8, 9, and one more Ungor here. Here we go. Although some have bows, but like, who cares? Wait, here's one with a thing. Not a bow. Let's see. Oh. God, there's so many. Okay, wait. Wait. Okay, we got bow. I'm gonna separate. Okay, we got bow. Club, axe, bow. Club, bow. Club, bow. Okay. Club. Horn. Broken horn. Okay. Sword. He's also got a hair on him. Ungor. He's got a hair on him too. Get this out of here. This thing out of here. The shit. There we go. So what is this? 3, 6, 9. So I need one more. There should be one more in here.
Thanks.
There should be one more Ungor. Oh, wait, here's a gore and a gore. Good. Here's another gore. Where's that ungore? Where's my elephant? Wait, is this him? No, that's a gore with no head. Good. Okay, it's coming together. Oh! I got him. There's a bow one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually, I still need one more. Now, where's that last ungore? Ah. Come on, shitty bulgore, shitty bulgore. Shitty bulgore. Yo, I'm just going through this weird ass looking chaos spawn. What the shit? Alright. Uh-oh. Chaos spawn down. He's already like ugly and mutated. Doesn't matter if he breaks. Oh shit, where's this ungore, dude? It's gotta be in here. It's gotta be in here. Gotta be. Where is it? Oh, here he is. He's a banner guy. Boom. Easy. Got it. Sick. Alright. Okay. So, let's see. Best of gores, I'm gonna save. There goes one. Okay. Then we got the gores. So we got... How many gores are here? 5, 8. I'm just gonna put the gores back. I don't really want to paint more of them yet. Okay. And that. Okay, so we got just Ungore Central here. Ungore Central. Cannot aim with the 41 months. Think you cannot aim. What the? Swag. There with the 41 months. Alright. So, I'm gonna paint these. I'm gonna do some ice schemes on these shitty bow ungores, because like I don't really care, and even if they're bad in the new book, you can still just like proxy them as shitty ungores you can play with. So like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? If you're playing with like cool people, nobody really cares. It's not gonna be like they have bows, so they have to have bow. Like unless you're like somebody's like sweating, you know, non-stop. Which I don't think I'd ever want to play with anybody like that. You know, you're pretty good to go. Is this supposed to be this guy's horn? I think it is. Oh, it definitely is. Alright. I'm gonna have to glue that. Devin Rise in 63 months. Merry Christmas, Crendor. Hey, Merry Christmas. Well, sweet. They have the 63 months. Alright. So. Put these back. Let's see. Would be a good one to start with. Probably this guy. He's just kind of leaning forward. He's kind of like whatever. So. Normally with these guys, I don't like using normal paint because that just takes a lot of effort for a shitty ungore. So, where's my contrast paint? Uh-oh. Here we go. Where do I want to paint these? So we've got a Storm Fiend blue, a Croxagore scale blue, a little more of a green. We got the Frost Heart. That's not for like later. Could go like a gray. Foxfire with the 67 months. Happy Crimnus. Thank you, Kyle. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, Thank you very much for these 67 months. Well, this is a Pterodon turquoise. what I want. Actually, Space Wolves Gray would probably be a really good one. It's kind of like a blue gray. Let me shake it. Space Wolves Gray. This might actually be a really good base coat color. Actually, I'm gonna shake all three of these. Shake it. Shake it. All right, we're getting there. Look at that. Just gotta keep going. These are good, but. Whoop. Keep going. All right, these are good. So the best part about contrast paints is they are essentially a base coat and a shade. So contrast is like really good for like chaff units that you can just throw it on. It's really good for fur. It's good for scales, so it's really good for Seraphon lizardmen. It's really bad for anything with like flat surfaces. Like, for example, this herdstone. Like, it's not great for that. I mean, you could, but it's just herdstone, and like any type of flat things probably is better off being normally painted. Although I still use some contrast on, like, the skulls are contrast paint. The little gems are contrast paint. The wood is actually contrast paint, and then the fire is a few contrast paints altogether.
Thanks.
And usually what I do is you throw it on, and then you just dry brush. And that's pretty much it. That's why it's so easy. So that's why any type of like stuff like this, where I'm like, I don't want to paint every Ungor. I just contrast paint, dry brush, and you're good to go. So something like this though, it's like, okay, usually I do a mix. So like for certain things, like the actual herdstone I painted with normal paint, and then I used contrast for the wood, but then I did normal paint over the straps, and then the metals obviously metallic paint with null oil, and then more metallic, which I'm actually happy with how the chains turned out. And then the wood on the back is dryad bark contrast, and then I dry brushed it a light brown, and then I dry brushed it with like a white, so it's kind of like snow. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? And then the fire in there. The fire looks okay. I've seen people do crazy shit where they have like fire glowing and everything. I'm like, I'm not gonna mess it up. And then I always do rocks with the same method. So I do like contrast paint on all the rocks, and then you just dry brush it like 4 times, progressively getting lighter. And then I think it looks pretty good. I would say. Obviously people can do better, but I'm not trying to win awards. I'm just trying to have fun and have something I can put there for when I play the game that doesn't, show up like a gray plastic thing or just a white prime thing, Peppermint drink with the 2 months. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas peppermint drink. 1, 2. Sweet. That's a good name for the holiday. Box cake mix, 23 months, almost 2 years. What the? Sweet. David, 2 years. That looks cool as fuck. Hey, thanks. This is another guy. This is another good example of contrast paint. So I've been painting this Gorgon, which the actual Gorgon model is like old as shit. So I'm, progressively getting there. But I tried to do contrast and it didn't look good, so then I just painted over it. Because the nice part about contrast is it's it's so thin and liquidy. If you want to just paint over it with normal paint, you can, and then no one ever knows. So if you're like, wow, that looks like ass, you just paint over. And then So I painted it with, what did I use? Night Lord Blue. And then, after I painted with Night Lord Blue, I dry brushed like a lighter blue pretty much all over him. And then I put contrast paint all on his like fur, so he has like a light blue fur, so it kind of pops out. And then I did the bones with like normal contrast skeleton horde, which is this one. It was actually really good for skeleton stuff. And then I did like a bunch of blue shading to make it look frosty, and then I dry brushed over that. So they kind of look like they're frozen skulls a bit, so they're a little toned down. And then, let's see what else. And then I kept dry brushing, so obviously, if you look in, he's got like a bunch of, you know, stuff popping out. I like it because it's, you know, it's making it detailed and you can see stuff, but it also looks like it's snowing. So the really nice part about doing a winter themed thing is if it looks like, oh no, I like super dry brushed his head. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool because it's like snowing on him, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna do like snow bases and all that. So this guy's been pretty fun to paint. He's only like, you know, halfway done probably. He's still got a lot to do. Like I got to do all these things and this and his head thing and this thing and then, you know, touch up everything. But you know, he's coming together. It's looking pretty good. Felix Sunblade 5 months. Happy Crendor being a sweaty nerd and finishing up some 40k miles while you paint. Hey, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swing. They were the 5 months. So yeah, it's been really fun doing like a themed army because I haven't done that. I've only done just like paint a thing how I want to paint it. You know what I mean? I haven't done like, oh, I'm gonna do this theme or that theme. I kind of did that with orcs, but like not fully. I was like, I like them being desert orcs, but they're really just orcs with a desert base. Like there's nothing crazy about them. Let's see. Let's pop this in. And get me a brush. This will be good, I think. Yeah, this one's good. Okay. I realize I've been streaming like 27 minutes. I haven't painted anything. Alright, so. I mean, half of that was me going through beast stuff. And then after I do this, then I'll have goblins to paint. Because that's the other book coming out. Alright, so let's get some of this. Alright, so. Let's see. How would I'm gonna test it on his. Actually, what the? This paint is like. Okay, I think I gotta go heavier with it. It's like gray blue, but it's very light. It's a lot lighter than I thought, but it looks pretty good. See, so when you use contrast. Hold on. Here. You can see it kind of shades itself, you know what I mean? So it's kind of picking out all the muscles and everything. Okay. We got that. Hold on. I'm gonna try. Just going all. Just throw it on. All over. Main thing is. You don't want it to set and pool in areas you don't want it to be. So if I like over paint, that's fine. There we go. It's actually, I like this for Ungors. It's kind of like a blue-gray. Let's see. Do I play Warhammer? Yes. I play too much Warhammer. Hold on here. And get some of this. There we go. I might just splatter it across his whole leg. go. Go down here. Go up. I need more for here. Here we are. Perfect. Okay. So here, you can kind of see now. If you look in, see how it's kind of just shading as it works? Back looks better. So you can kind of see how it's just picking out everything. That's the power contrast. Then once you, like, you know, do some dry brushing and highlighting and stuff, it just pops. You don't even know contrast was there, to be honest. Unless you're like a super painter that's like, well, I can clearly see. But, like, who cares? But, alright, I'll tell my Warhammer story. It's been a while. So, I got back into Warhammer. Well, I first started Warhammer when I was like 12. And I got into Warhammer because my friend bought Warhammer Fantasy box set, 5th edition? 6th edition? I think it was 5th edition. Whichever one was like orc versus human. And then... was it? I think it was 5th edition. Either way, it was like 2003. And then I played Lizardmen because they were like, oh, well, I'm playing the orcs and then my brother's playing the human. And I was like, well, I'll get my own. And I was like, I'm going to play Lizardmen because they're lizards. And so I did. And then I kind of played it because I just didn't know how to actually do it because I was 12. And then I was like, well, this is fun. And I had a good time, but then I stopped. And they did too. So I was like, whatever. Then, cut to years later. It is the year 2018? Whenever Classic WoW came out. And everybody was getting really into Classic WoW. I was getting ready to play Classic WoW. And I was like, you know what? I should go on a nostalgia trip. I should paint Warhammer. I've been wanting to do that like since I was 12. And then everyone was like, yeah, you should just do it. And so I went to the Games Workshop and I was like, I would like your finest Lizardmen, please. And so I got the Start Collecting box. And then I was hooked. I was just like, dude, I love this. Just like chilling, painting, having a good time, just relaxing. You like listen to music, you can watch a stream, watch a video. Like, you just chill out, right? And so I was like, I love this. And then I kept buying more and more Lizardmen to the point where I then had every Lizardman Seraphon unit you could have. And then I began to branch out into other armies. And then I learned how to play the game. And now I am still doing this 3 years later. Well, I guess it's been 3.5. Has it been 2.5 or 3.5? I think it's been 3.5. Oh my god, wow. Jesus, that is. And now, oh my god. So now you can say, what armies do you like? So personally, I'm a Warhammer Fantasy Age of Sigmar person. I just prefer medieval fantasy style stuff to like space, whatever. But I do have 40k armies, and I do know how to play 40k. I've played probably like 20 games of 40k, and I've played probably 100 of Age of Sigmar. I don't know how many. I've played a lot. It's got to be between like 60 and 100. It's a lot of games that I've played. In terms of armies, I think literally every army I want. Like, I actually think I have every army. Let me... I would say Skaven's probably my favorite, to be honest. Seraphon and Skaven are kind of tied, but after Hot Rat Summer, dude, and doing so much Skaven stuff, I really love Skaven. They're just great. Here, look at this guy. Oh. There you go, look at that. All from just one coat of Space Wolves Gray. And I mean, you know, you could do that and then just paint up his other stuff and you're pretty much good to go for like just some shitty battle line chaff on the field that don't look like they haven't been painted, right? You're just like, hey, there he is. But I mean, you can go all out with it. Keep dry brushing and painting and doing all that. Whenever I like do this, my camera like slows down. It's like, woo, and then I go down here and it's like... Either way, this is still better than the old camera I used to have, so I don't care. It actually autofocuses. As a 40k nerd as a baby, and now Crendor's played more games with them than I did as a fanboy. So my 40k armies are Necrons, Orcs, and I have unbuilt Tyranids. I bought Tyranids and I have not built them. I think because something happened where I think Skaven happened, and then I got really into Skaven. But whenever I play 40k again, I have Tyranids I can build. So I have like a lot of Orcs. I have the Stompa. I play the Stompa, and then Necrons, I just have Necron stuff. There we go. I'm just gonna paint all these this color. Also, I need to like get in here. Here we go. This guy has no arm. I don't play armies with humans is what it boils down to. I don't play humans. So those are my 40k armies. My Sigmar armies, I think I have everything. I have a full Beast of Chaos army. I have a full Seraphon army. I have a full Skaven army. I have a full OBR army. I have a full Nighthaunt army. I have a full OBR army. I have a full Orc army. Every Orc, not just like one. I have Iron Jaws. I have Cruel Boys. I have Bone Splitters. I have a full Gits army. I have a full Ogre army. I have a full... Although my Ogre army is the Thunder Tusk dudes. I don't have like actual foot ogres. I do, but I didn't build them. Some of them. I have a full Nurgle army. Nurgle's probably one of my top ones. I love Nurgle. They're really fun to play. I have a full Tzeentch army. I have a full... hold on, let me look. Beep, 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 beep. I'm forgetting something. Sylvaneth. I have a full Sylvaneth army. And I have a... Oh, is that it? That might be it. I think that might be it. There's probably something I'm forgetting still, but I pretty much have all the factions. And when I say I have like a full army, I mean I have a full 2,000 points. I can play like an actual 2,000 point game with all those armies. I don't just mean like I have a couple Nighthaunt, so I have a Nighthaunt. I mean like I can legit play a full game. So, do I have a problem? No. The only problem I have is space to put everything. Whoop. Some people like sell their armies and stuff, but I'm like, I'm not gonna sell it. What if I want to paint it? What if I want to play it again? I gotta buy it back. Like I might as well just buy it now, and then I'm like, boom. If I ever want to play it or paint it, I got it. That's where I'm at. In terms of actual like amount of stuff I have, I think Skaven's the most. Seraphon and Skaven. Because they also have the most like units you can get. So I have Oh god. What do I have? I think 100 skinks. I have like 40 to 60 Saurus warriors. I only built like 20 or 30 of them. Actually, I think I have 50 Saurus warriors. I have Saurus on Old Blood, or Saurus Old Blood on Carnosaur, Saurus Scarvetter on Carnosaur, Lord Croak, a Slan, Old Lord Croak, 3 Salamanders, a Razordon, 2 Bastiladons with solar engines, 2 Bastiladons with arcs of Sotek, 4 Stegodons, a partridge in a pear tree, all the foot heroes, the Saurus the Saurus Sunblood on foot, which is actually gonna be cool because apparently the new GHB they're doing like foot hero guys, so that'll be fun to do. Whoop. Where am I painting this? Oh yeah, in here. Here. Oh god. I have a lot of Seraphon. That's what it boils down to. And then... Am I done with WoW now? No, I played WoW today. I'm still having fun with WoW. We raided on Friday. We just didn't stream any of it, but we raided. I think I have the most Skaven. I have so much Skaven. I have so much Skaven, dude. I think I have one of everything minimum, right? So I have one of everything. Some of those models are so bad. Some are so bad. It's like comical. But I have like 100. I have 100 clan rats, but I have 120. I haven't built 20 of them because I never use more than like 80, honestly. I have a bunch of the clan pestilence stuff. I have like 40 plague monks. I have 10, 15 of the pestilent guys that swing the sensor bears. That's what it is. I have like 10 to 15 sensor bears. I don't remember. I have Thankwol. I have 2 vermin lords. One's a warp seer and one is Lord Screech that I just run as like whatever I want, as like a proxy because I really don't care and nobody cares. I have a catapult. I have a plague furnace. I have 2 plague catapults. I have 2 warp lightning cannons. I have a warlock engineer. I have a priest. Actually, I have a couple priests. I have a gray seer. I have Thankwol. I have I have a hell pit. I have some of the clan molder. I have like 20 giant rats. I made giant rats out of you know the God, what's that thing they released? The roleplay box. You know what I'm saying? Like the one with vampires and stuff. What was it called? Well, I gotta shake this up again. Somebody'll know. Also, Zycool, 79 months. Feliz Navidad. Thank you for the 79 months. Curse City. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. So, Curse City, as one of the cool, like, YouTube people, I'm on their list of people that they send stuff to. So, like, I'll just be like, oh, cool, I got stuff. So, a lot of stuff I have because they sent it to me. The problem is that they send me stuff, and I'm like, well, I gotta buy more, right? So, they sent me, like, oh, Lumineth versus Tzeentch. And I was like, wow, now I have to start a Tzeentch army. So, essentially, they're just, like, drug dealing me. They're giving me free samples, and I'm like, oh, well, now I gotta buy more. They know what they're doing. Hold on, let me put this here. I just, like, my brain just flew away from that. So, I got that, and I didn't really care about the stuff in it, but I was like, whatever. So I built the ogre into a rat ogre. I literally took the ogre in that box, cut off his head, and then glued a rat tail and a rat head onto it from the rat ogre kit. And it actually looks better than the actual rat ogres. In fact, I can show you after this guy. And then I also, that kit comes with like a bunch of just rats. And so I was like, dude, I can just make rat swarms and giant rats out of this. So I just took a bunch of those rats and rat swarms and just made my own. And they look a lot better than the actual just models that they sell. Yeah, kit bashing's actually pretty fun. I enjoy it. I do it occasionally, just depending. Wait, did I even clap? I don't even think I clapped you, Zykel. 1 through 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. What? And Arc Pollux 20 months, and right on Christmas, I'll use the anniversary to recommend Crendor, the anime serial experiments lane. It is very David Lynch-esque. I think you would enjoy it. All right. 1 through 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Sweet. Thank you for the 20 a month. I would take that deal. Here's the thing. I always say this, but like, I've seen YouTubers, right? They're just like, oh, you know, I saw like a couple people that were like, I had the Games Workshop thing where they send me stuff, but like, they weren't sending me it on time, or like, they weren't sending me the things I really wanted, so I canceled the deal, cause, you know, whatever. And I was like, dude, they could send me... They could be like, hey, these are like some shit we printed that has like malformities, like the legs are broken. Here's some paint that like broke open and half the pot's missing. We're just gonna send it to you. I'd be like, dude, sick. I'll take all the reject stuff. I'll take anything. Like, oh, here's some bases we didn't do correctly. I'd be like, sick, man, send them my way. Dude, if it's free, send it over. Yeah, it's great. Okay, I gotta get in here. A little bit in here. Looking good. Alrighty. A little bit on his arm here. There we go. So yeah, I'm not picky. I guess is my point. Alright.
Thanks.
Let's do some of this. Hold on, let me paint this guy's head. In fact, they sent me like all the new contrast paints, like one of each, for like videos and streaming, and I was like, dude, hell yeah. This is great. Free paint. Alright, there we go. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. Oh, I missed his hand! Okay. Are Space Wolves like a... Because I don't really know much about 40k stuff. I know about like the things I play, like Orcs and Necron. Are Space Wolves like a Frost army or like a Snow army or something? There we go. There he is. Look at that. Like, look at this is just one contrast paint, and it's like, boom. This Ungor I can just throw down on the table, and it's like, hey, there's my Ungor for when I'm playing the game. It's great. They literally have weapons called Frost Axe. Oh, alright. Well, that makes sense then. It checks out. God. Nick with the 46 months. Ayo, thank you, Nick, for the 46. Six. Sweet. Thank you for the 46 months. If you had to pick 40k army, it would be... I mean, I have a 40k army. I have Necrons and I have Orcs. And I have unbuilt Tyranids, so I have, like, 2.5 army. I like anything that isn't human. Even, like, Chaos Space Marines, like, they're cooler, but I still don't really care. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I just... Ever since I was, like, a kid, I've just liked the crazy fantasy shit, you know what I mean? Like, I like aliens, I like orcs, I like lizard men, I like rat men, I like crazy giant birds casting spells, I like ugly demon things. Like, I have Nurgle, I have a full Nurgle army. Nurgle's great. Here, in fact, I haven't showed off my stuff in a while, hold on. I've painted 3 things, I need to take a break. Ox and Obsidian, 34 months, think of the 34 months. They were 34 months, and Nuxus with the 16, they were the 16 months. 60. Sweet. They were 16 months. Alright, hold on, here we go. It's time for the Crendor Warhammer show off. Alright. Get out of here, you shitty Ungors. Yeah. There we go. For anybody that doesn't know, Ungors literally stand by the herd stone and get sacrificed because they're shitty. Alright, so. Alright, let me get my. So. This guy. Hold on. I know. Let me show off my Nurgle things. Is this my Nurgle thing? Yeah. Here you go. So here's one thing. I actually painted a bit of this on stream a while back. This is my Magath Lord. I forget what his name is. But I like the way he turned out. I really just painted this guy with contrast paint. So what's it called? Zenithal Prime. So he's Zenithal Primed, and then you just throw a bunch of Plague Flesh on him, and then dry brush over him, make things like the, you know, boils and stuff pop out, and then I just threw a bunch of greens and slime shit on that, and then like some bone stuff, and like overall, I think he turned out great. So I really enjoy him. He's like the girl from The Exorcist, yeah. So I got him. Then, progressing, I've got this guy, who's like the other version. So I didn't use Plague Bearer flesh for him, I used like Fire Slayer flesh, so he looked a bit different to kind of, you know, tell the difference between the two. But, you know, he's got crazy tongues and teeth and everything. And he's got dry brushed, so it like pops a little bit with the yellow. And you can see his tongue stuff popping out. Also, his axe broke off. And I've been too lazy to glue it back on. Oh yeah, hold on, I gotta show the Rat Ogre. That's right. Where is he? Rat Ogre. Rat Ogre, Rat Ogre. I think he's in here. In here. Rat. Where is he? Wait, is he? I think he's in here. Hold on, I got it. No, not this one. I have so much shit. Alright, we'll put it here. Is this it? No, that's Cruel Boys. No. What about in here? Nope, none of this one. What the hell is this guy? Not in here. What about over here? Maybe this one. Oh, I got it. Alright, I found it. Alright, here he is. So, I cut off the ogre's head and glued on a rat head. And then I glued on a tail. And it actually looks, I think, pretty good. Alright, let me show you the real Rat Ogre model, okay? Here we go. Look at this thing. Alright, we got... okay, custom Rat Ogre. Normal Rat Ogre. Look at this thing. This is like from 1987. This is legit from like 1987, dude. But yeah, this one, all you do, you know, just cut off the head, glue it on, and like, boom. Like, it actually works. Like, when I saw that, I was like, I'm gonna try it, and it turned out better than I thought it would, so I got a bonus Rat Ogre out of it, and he looks better than the other Rat Ogres. So yeah, if you want to ever convert Rat Ogres, just use their kit and glue it onto other shit, and it'll look better than whatever that thing is. Okay. Then, alright, we're progressing. We have the... here we go. We got this guy. Where's my other one? Okay, this is one of the first guys I ever painted. This is my Saurus Old Blood on Carnosaur. Alright. So it was like, I painted this like 3 years ago at this point, and I did touch it up a little bit recently. But, it's pretty alright. So, I like him. I like him just because he was one of the like first things I painted when getting back into it. I've been working on my Lord Croak throne, but it's taken a while. This thing is massive, and so there's just a lot of base coating and shading so far. I haven't even dry brushed it yet, but I've been like painting all the snakes and all that, but I'll get there eventually. But, well, I got my other Saurus guy. Alright. Oh, this guy. Here we go. We got this guy. This is my Saurus Scar Veteran. I painted him more recently, so I've been doing more like purple. I like a purple green. So he's pretty fun to paint. And then he's still got a little bit to go. Still gotta do like some, I gotta base him, I think that'll help a lot. And then I gotta paint some of this dude's like scales and little details, but it's pretty fun. Here's my orc guy. I painted this took a while to paint for this guy, is the War Chanta. There he is, calling the big wah. Actually, I gotta like dry brush this. You can pop a bit more. But I like him. He's pretty fun. I like the War Chanta just because it's just a fun model. He's got his glowy sticks, and his beat sticks. He can like stab you with his spikes. So he's pretty fun. Then we have.
Thanks.
This guy. Alright. I like this one. And where's my other guy? Hold on. Hold on. I think he's in a box. Hold on. Hold. Hold. In a box? I think so. Yeah.
Thanks.
Here we go. Alright, here's my Thankful. He was pretty fun to paint. My Thankful bone ripping bones. He's still got a couple unpainted things on him, but he's at like 95%, and then I gotta base it a bit, but he was pretty fun. Here's a Gray Seer. I think my favorite part about the Gray Seer is a little rat on top. He's holding a warp stone. Loves that warp stone. Actually, I gotta paint his thing. I swear, I get to like 95% on a lot of these, and then I just don't finish. Oh yeah. Okay, here's another custom one I did. This is a warp grinder / rattling gun / warp fire thrower. I made this so that I didn't have to use the metal ones, and I could kind of just proxy it. And because if you look closely, it is all controlled by this wheelchair rat. So I found this guy in the Help Hit or Thankful kit. I don't remember which one. And he was just a little wheelchair rat and he had a wheel for legs as his back legs. And I was like, this guy needs his own model. So I kit bashed him his own wheelchair rat model, and now he can just proxy use anything he wants to be. So big fan of this kit bash. It was one of my favorites. In fact, I gotta keep painting them more, to be honest. Krieger with the 85 months. Thank you, Krieger, for the 85 months. What the What? Thank you for the 85 months. Alright, oh, I gotta show you the hold on. My best one. Alright. This is the one I always save for last, because this is the one I like spent the most time on. So this is my Auric Maw Crusher that I like custom based. So he's got like desert rocks down here. Now he's like, you know, cork board or whatever. And then there he is, Maw Crusher. Ready to crush. But this model, I painted this thing like 10 minutes a day. And from like 10 minutes a day, it took me a couple months, I think. I want to say like a month and a half. Sometimes I worked a little more, but God, this thing took so long. It took so long to do. The base alone took like a night. I was like watching YouTube tutorials. You can even see like, I don't even know if I did it the same way as he did in the tutorial, but I was like, it looks good enough. It probably, I'd say like a month and a half. I don't think it took 3 months. It was like, but you know, still fun. So he's probably one of the things I spent the most on. Most time on, that is. Hyper Hedgehog 71 months. That's like a month away from another nerd day. It sure is. There was 71 months. So yeah. That's most of my main stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah. Put this back. Put that back. There we go. Cool. But yeah. I've got other stuff, but it's in boxes, or I forget about it. Or a lot of it's just primed and ready to paint, and I haven't painted it yet. So, you know, big thing is it's just fun. It's just fun to paint. So that's why I've really enjoyed... I really like the Herdstone, to be honest. Like, I've had a great time painting this. That's been one of my favorite things to paint. I don't know. I like painting scenic stuff. Like, I like painting gnaw holes and stuff, too. Bloop. What the... Something fell. This shit's way too complicated for me to comprehend. I mean, it just takes time. When I got started painting, like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, me paint thing? I don't know. Now it's like, you know, it's like anything. You just do it and you get used to it. You learn techniques. You learn different ways to paint. Different styles of paint. It's fun. Painting tutorials. I do have my exclamation point Warhammer channel, Warhammer Crendor, where I either rant about Age of Sigmar battle tomes and stuff, or I just do chill painting stuff like this. But have you ever considered doing map and battlefield works instead of unit minis? I've thought of doing like map and terrain type stuff. I probably will eventually. I think it is fun. I want to do more basing. I need to base a lot of my stuff, and I want to get better at it, because I think I'm outside of my one thing that I based, like it's been like okay. I don't do great basing, but that's another thing where I think you just gotta learn. Where's my thing? Okay, there we go. Shake it up. All right. But honestly, like, my favorite part about all this is just, it's been a really nice hobby to have just over the, I don't know, last couple of years, because, like, obviously COVID hit, but, you know, you can still paint Warhammer when COVID hit. Although I didn't get to play as much, which kind of sucked. Because usually I'll play at least one game a week on average, because I meet up with like a couple friends and we do 2v2 games. It's pretty fun. And then occasionally I'll go to like my local game store and like play against some people, just depending on if I'm busy or not or whatever. But it's great because it's like it's kind of just done everything. Like, it's given me a fun game to play. It's given me a way to like socialize with people. It's given me a chill thing to do, like calm down. Like, it's just kind of checked all the boxes. And honestly, most of the people I've met are cool. Now, you know, obviously the Age of Sigmar crowd's a little different from the 40k crowd because you get more people in 40k. So I think that is part of it. But even a lot of 40k people I've met are pretty cool. But I will say they are, you know, a little, I always say they're sweatier emotionally. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's a little sweatier emotionally. Alright. Here we go. It's not even like a bad thing. I just mean like that's just what I've seen. Here we go. Paint around here. Good. Coming together. I think part of it's because with 40k you get more people that are like into the lore. It's got a, you know, it's been around longer. It's got a more competitive scene.
Thanks.
It's obviously the more popular of the two. Although Sigmar has actually grown a lot recently, I'd say in the last couple of years. I've even seen a lot of 40k people like trying Sigmar out and stuff because a lot of the models are cool. I mean, the game's like kind of similar. It's different, but like the same. Like, if you know how to play one, you pick up the other one a lot easier. How we looking? That's pretty good. Oh. One there. One there. There you go. Look at that. It's like a White Walker goat. Yeah, I've heard 40K's balance is terrible right now. But they're getting the new edition, right? It's like the new edition comes out in July? I think it's July. There we are. Okay, that's what I thought, yeah. Because I think it's like every 3 years, and the last one was 3 years ago. So that would make sense. Plus, it's around when they're finishing all the Age of Sigmar books, because they just did the Age of Sigmar newest edition, like a year, or no, 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. I just want them to make space rats, man. That's all I want. Give me space rats. If they give me space rats, they go space scaving or something, I would 100% be maining that in 40K and painting them up. That'd be fantastic. Zarkor the Orc with the 5 months. Thank you, Zarkor, for the 5 months. Okay. Also, for anybody wondering, this is EVE Online music playing in the background. Love me some EVE Online music. I'll clap in a second. I'm in like hyper-focused goat mode. Yeah, but a lot of times, like, the reason I'm painting goats right now is because the new Beast of Chaos battle tome's coming out probably within the next month or so. So I'm just excited for it. And then it's, you know, obviously it's coming out in winter, so I decided, hey, I'm gonna paint some winter goats for winter. So it'll be fun. It has been pretty fun. I've enjoyed it. Oh god. So a lot of times I paint stuff based on like game releases where I'm like, oh, Nurgle got a thing, I'm gonna play Nurgle, and it makes me want to paint him, and then something else happens like, ooh, Git's book is also coming out. Once I'm done painting the Beastmen, then I'll paint my Gits or something, you know what I mean? And then other times I just feel like painting stuff. Like randomly I was like, I want to paint Lord Croak. There's no real reason. I was just like, I want to do it. So kind of just is the ebb and flow of this hobby, just depending on what you're trying to get out of it. So right now, Beast of Chaos kind of suck to play. They're like one of the most... It's funny because they were really broken, alright? They're really broken, but in like a not fun way. Ah! Because if you look at the stats right now, you'll be like, wow, Beasts of Chaos are like #1 in win rate. And it's because all you do is you run like 80 Dragon Ogres and like 80 Bulgors and like 20 Cockatrices. And that's it. That's all you do. There's no like fun variety. There's no like, oh boy, I want to play my Bulgor, or not, my like Ungors and Bestigors and Gors and all that. It's just straight up like you know, play these things or you lose, essentially. Bicefalo Art Studio with the host raid. Did I say it right? Bicefalo? I definitely didn't say it right, but thank you very much for the host raid. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, Zarkor. I forgot to clap for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, it's just some things you can get variety. Like Skaven has a ton of variety. Skaven has probably the most variety in Age of Sigmar right now. It's like really good because you can play like any of the clans that you want. You can mix and match. You can like there's so much you can do with Skaven. It's actually fantastic. Alan, it's okay. Greetings from Mexico. Hey, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas. Or wait, are we still going? Yeah, we got 24 minutes of Christmas, at least here. Ooh, dude, 5 Ungors down. 5 Ungors down. Also, I kind of just, when we play Age of Sigmar, we don't really play sweaty Sigmar, you know what I mean? Or even like 40k, like we don't really play sweaty, we just kind of play fun. So it's like, I'm gonna play these things that I like, even though they're not great. You kind of, you know, or if you're gonna play something sweaty, you let everybody know, like, hey everybody, I'm bringing a sweat list today, so don't do something bad that you're gonna get killed with, you know what I mean? So it's like, a lot of times we're just transparent about it. So if somebody's like, yo, I'm bringing my sweat list, I'm like, ah, okay, time to bust out my Nurgle. Or like just some really annoying army that you know is just gonna be good no matter what. There we go. Or I'll bust out like Seraphon, Lizard Men, or something. Here we are. I mean, I'm like being really generous with this paint, or like careful, but like I don't really have to be careful. I could literally just slab this all over and he'd still be fine because I just paint over it because it's so light. So I don't even know why I'm like being this careful. But whatever, it's fine. Beasts of Chaos are definitely not getting more than one new model. They're getting a new Beast Lord, that's it. And you know what? That's fine with me. A new Beast Lord and a new book is perfectly fine. I've been waiting for this book since 2019 just to play these Beasts of Chaos in a way that isn't mind-numbing. Here we are. That and just getting like new artifacts and command stuff and tying them into the modern game a bit more. Like if you, oh my god. Some of their stuff is so bad. You're not even gonna know what this means if you don't play the game, but like some of it's like you look at an artifact and it's like on a 2-up you get +1 bravery for units wholly within 5. Like that's the type of artifacts they have, and I'm like, God, this is terrible. It is real bad. So that's why I'm excited for the book, so it's not just that. Plus I think they're gonna do a lot more thematic stuff. If they do anything like Skaven, it seems like if they do something similar with Skaven, they'll probably make Gores more of like a specialized unit for like ambushing or something, and then Bestigor is more like the elite infantry, and then your Ungor is just like the shitty chaff. And then probably a little more focus on ambushing if I had to figure it out, because I mean, that's kind of like what they do, right? Like beasts are the ambush faction. That, and I just want like the big monsters to be good, you know what I mean? Right now, the big monsters just suck ass. Like, real bad. Like, I just want to run this guy. Like, I want to run a Gorgon. I think he's fun. He's got 4 arms. He's supposed to, like, beat the shit out of everything. When you play, like, actual Warhammer Total War, he's like, bleh, bleh. He's like slashing dudes on the ground. When you play, like, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, he's garbage. You can tell his war scrolls from like 2018. Like, he's just bad. He saves on like 5s. He tables, he brackets like instantaneously. He's just not good. And the Cygor's even worse. And I love the Cygor. He's like throwing boulders and shit, and it's like, it's so bad. I want that book. Orky with the 1 year. Put some Crendor Nerds Hypers Wowies Mommy is bop 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 bops in the chat for Orky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Swag. They were the 1 year. How many points? He's like barely anything. He costs like 180. Like, they got nerfed in points because they were so bad. They've been nerfed in points, I think, like 7 times. They just keep being like, this thing sucks, drop it in points. And they're like, it still sucks, just keep dropping it. And it's like, just redo the war scroll, please. Don't keep dropping. The Cygor's down like 120 points, dude. Like, it's actually just, it's less than a Doom Wheel. And it's literally a giant Minotaur thing throwing a boulder, and it costs less than a Doom Wheel. Like, my God. So, I'm just... I'm thankful. The other thing is, like, the Gits book. The Gits book is also needed, because all their shit's so terrible. So, based on what they've done, I think it's going to be good. I think the only books I haven't really enjoyed so far have been... The Tzeentch book was kind of, like, okay. It didn't really change a lot, so I was like, whatever. I don't know, some of the other ones were kind of like, they didn't really do a lot. I guess like Deepkin and Fire Slayers were kind of like, they got better, but like they didn't change a whole lot. The Orc book's kind of meh. I think because it was one of the first 3.0 books to come out. It's just... Plus they like shit on Bone Splitters in that book. That sucked. They need to change like stuff in the Orc book too. They just need a new book. Yeah, the Tzeentch one, it felt like it was more of a side grade and like nothing that crazy or cool. I don't know. Like, it was a bit meh. But my favorite books were Skaven. Love Skaven. They said they did everything I wanted in the Skaven book. Some of it's still a little eh, but like overall a great book. Nurgle was fantastic. I love the Nurgle book. I really like it thematically too, like having the wheel and just the way it all works. I like the Nurgle book a lot. Nighthaunt book was pretty cool. I like the Nighthaunt book. Oh my god, I forgot. Ossiarch Bone Reapers need a new book. Real bad. Real bad. I think they're getting one though. They're probably in the spring as one of the death ones. And then, who else do I... Oh yeah, Sylvaneth. Sylvaneth's really fun. I like Sylvaneth. They're really cool. Slather it on. Yeah. Slather it on. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, Cruel Boys are really cool, and then they just kind of suck. So I really hope they help Cruel Boys a lot. Like, they really just... They need help. Ossiarch Bone Reapers, I think, are the worst part about Ossiarch Bone Reapers is they don't even have a book that works with the current version of the game. You know what I mean? Like, they can't even use the command traits because they just don't... They're not allowed to. Like, It's weird because they made Ossiarch Bone Reapers, this new faction. Everyone's like, wow, these are so cool. And then they just got abandoned. And I was like, oh, okay. Meanwhile, the Lumineth. The Lumineth get like 7 books in the time Obiar gets 1. Like, Jesus, man. That, oh my god, they made that, god. The Daughters of Cain book. Okay. The Daughters of Cain book was just, it was a patch. Like, they literally could have made a 1-page document that was like, these things have changed with Daughters of Cain. And that's what the book was. Like, that they did not need a new book. I don't know why that book was even created, to be honest. Alright. Here we go. Oh yeah, new Sons of Behemoth is actually pretty fun too. You can do like the wrestling slams. It's pretty fun. I do actually have Sons of Behemoth. I have King Broad, I have a Kraken Eater, and I have Kragnos. So I have a technical Sons of Behemoth. Behemoth? I don't even know how you say it. Army. They're pretty fun. Sometimes if you just don't want to think, you're just like, I just want to put like 3 things down, you just play them. That's pretty fun. Especially after playing Skaven. You go from like playing 13 units on the board to like 3. The elves are kind of like the Space Marine. Like, they tried to make Stormcast the Space Marines, but like, I think people just like the elves more. Stormcast are like the actual Space Marines of Age of Sigmar. What am I working on? I am working on Beast of Chaos Ungors. The fun and excitement of Ungor painting. Do a little bit there, do a little bit here. Didn't miss anything. No, it's pretty good. Whew. Uh-oh. Hit the mic. I only got 3 more. Then I'll probably be done because I've been streaming like an hour and a half. And it's, you know, Christmas night still, so I'll probably just be done. But I did want to do some chill Warhammer painting. It's been pretty good. Also, this guy's missing a hand. That's fun. Which faction do you have a hard time fighting against? Probably... That's actually a good question. I would say Lumineth are annoying. I would say... Ossiarch Bone Reapers are actually pretty annoying. Like, you can deal with them, but they're just... They're annoying. Lumineth's one of my least favorite to play against. The fact that they're just like, okay, I am going to make it so all your command abilities cost 2 command points. And you're like, oh, okay. Then they're like, I'm gonna make it so I just auto-cast stuff with Techless. Also, my Sentinels shit mortal wounds onto you. And you're like, oh, okay. And you're dead. Very fun. So yeah, probably Lumineth. A lot of people hate playing against Seraphon, which I get, but I also play Seraphon, so I don't really mind it as much. I'm kind of hoping they get a new book, because I'm kind of tired of the old one. I've played it so much. Here we go. Okay. we go. Paint underneath, paint head. Very good. I really like this contrast paint for winter stuff, actually. I'm glad I tried it. I forgot I even had it. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. Very basic. Obviously, I'm going to do more. Like dry brush them and shade them and... Well, not shade them, but... highlight them. But, I mean, they're just shitty Ungors that I don't want to paint, so... Just throwing contrast paint on those makes it... very nice. Oh yeah, like, Lizardmen have won... a lot of tournaments. They're insane. I think Soulblight Gravelords are pretty good. I don't think I've played against them though, or maybe I did once. But I've heard they're pretty good. Okay. Yeah, Flesh Eater Courts are just kind of... They're cool because they have zombie dragons. But they really have zombie dragons and, like, ghouls. And that's it. They don't really have anything else. So it's kind of sad. So I hope they get more stuff. That'd be neat. They need more units. OBR needs more units. They need, like, archers, and they need, like, a chariot or something. Which would be cool, because they're, like, Roman-themed. So that'd be fitting. Here. Okay. Fire Slayers need models that don't look exactly the same. Like, dude, I played against Fire Slayer once, and I was like, are these different from these? And they're like, oh yeah, these are Berserkers, and these are whatever else there are, and then these are... And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't tell them apart. It is... Like, come on. Give the Fire Slayers something, man. Here we go. Just slab it on. It's whatever. He's an Ungor, doesn't matter. There we go. His hand's not there. It's fine. And the last one. But yeah, like overall, I've been very happy I got into Warhammer. Like, it's just been a great hobby to have. It's helped me, like, you know, socialize and meet people to, like, play Warhammer games. Cause I always wanted to play the game growing up, and I just never could. Cause, you know, I was 12. So that's been great. And then just being able to, like, chill and paint is always nice for, like, stress or anxiety. Yeah, it's just like a fun thing to learn, you know? And experiment and kind of fill your creative void if you have one. And now you don't even have to just paint like Warhammer, you know? Like, you can paint D&D, you can paint shit that you 3D print, you can paint a lot. You don't have to just do Warhammer. Although I think Warhammer's probably got the, you know, most detailed stuff and notoriety, I guess, but you know, there's a whole bunch of options. Let's get in here. Get under here. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. There we go. It's always weird because Christmas always feels like a Sunday, and now Christmas actually is a Sunday. So it's like, cool, man. It is Sunday. My brain isn't confused. There we go. Uh-oh. Gotta get a little bit in here. A lot of it's just learning, like even learning how to thin your paints and stuff. That's a process in itself. Learning how to like use just enough paint. Dry brushing. It took me a while to even learn how to dry brush, even though it's like an easy thing to do. So you don't want to like you don't have too much paint on your brush for dry brushing. But then, if you don't have enough, well, you're better off having not enough, but still. It's just learning all the different techniques and styles. I still don't know everything. But, you know, some things I don't really care about. Like, people use glazes and stuff. I'm like, listen. I'm fine not knowing how to, like, use glazes and all that. Maybe one day, but right now I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I do have a wet palette. I used to not use one. I was like, nah, I'm good. And then I used one and I was like, alright. I don't know why I never wanted to use a wet palette. Like, wet palettes are amazing. Especially for blending. Like, if you want to blend paints together, it's fantastic for that. Yeah. So, you know, fun to learn. Yeah, let's another thing under there, and then get a little bit of this, and then get in his hand. Or even just learning like how much to shade or like contrast paint. Like a lot of times I still don't shade enough. Like I undershade essentially. But you know, I still go back and use more, but I do it all the time because I'm scared. I'm like, oh god, it's pooling. Ah. There we go. Good old White Walker Ungors. Cool, there we go. My god, 10 White Walker Ungors. Done. Alright. Cool. Well, that is gonna be it for me today, but hopefully you enjoyed this Warhammer stream. I actually haven't done one in a while, so it's fun to do one again. I need to get back to doing more of these. It's great for like, you know, doing mindless stuff like painting those or doing things that I don't normally want to paint and then being like, well, I'll just do it while I stream and rant. I can also, you know, I can do some 40k stuff. That could be fun. I can paint some more Necrons. Actually, I got a lot of orcs. I might paint some orcs on one stream. We can do like 40k orc stream. I have a lot of orc stuff to paint, honestly. I have a bunch of squig riders. My entire orc army is like the most me army. It's like, how many? I have like 12 squig riders, and then 2 of the big squig rider guys, and then I have a Stompa, the Kill Tower, and then just like a bunch of other random orc stuff to fill in. That's pretty much my whole orc army. I love it. It's so dumb. But hey, thanks for watching. If you're new here, click the follow button, follow along, be alerted when I go live. Twitch Prime if you got it laying around. Woo! If you want to see my YouTube channel, !Warhammer. That's my Warhammer Crendor YouTube channel where I do stuff like this sometimes, or I just rant about Age of Sigmar as well. Wait, Tails, please, Crendor? What? Coin flip? Whoa, coin flip? Sure, I have a penny right here. Alright, here we go.
Thanks.
It's Tails. There you go. Congratulations. Sick. Tails it was. Muscle wart with 5 months. Wow. For 5. Sweet. They were the 5 months. And I'm gonna be doing some more basing. I watched some guys do these crazy snow bases and like ice bases. I need to figure out how to do that. Cause people make some crazy ones, man. Like, my God. I don't know if people figure out how to do all that stuff. It's insane. But thanks for watching. Thanks everybody who subscribed, resubscribed, drop bits, drop tips, gifted subs, hosted, rated, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for all the support. Very much appreciated. And, yeah. I'm gonna go chill out and have a good night. So, Merry Christmas. Although it officially just ended for me, it's 12:01. And I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya. I gotta go turn this off over here. We're not done yet. Alright.